Hello! Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's Pick a Read. The question for this one is, when will this finish? So, whether it be a good or bad thing, I feel like the people coming to this or drawn to this reading, you're looking for some type of sign to help you prepare for the conclusion of whatever you're dealing with, hoping that it's coming forward or maybe fearing it at the same time, whatever seems to resonate more for you. So we're going to use these two decks, Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan and Wisdom of the House of Night. On the back here it says it's from, right there. But you could look it up online. You could get them easily if you'd like them. Alright, so we're going to do 5 piles like I normally do. So I'm going to do 5 piles for your Pick a Read. I'm going to keep it there. I'm curious if this is going to be a quick one or maybe not a quick one. This is seeming very simple, but that's cool. Alright, so here's the stones we're going to use. Big giant stone. And by the way, this, in case I forget to mention it later, this is a rose quartz with, it's got a plant on it. I think it's an air plant it's called, but it's locked right on there. It's like, it's solid on there. If you would like one of those, I don't know this person, but I got this for Christmas or for the holidays, whatever. And that's the website you go to get it. Airfriend.etsy.com, because I know people ask, like, where'd you get that from? So that's where I got that from. It was a holiday gift. And that's where it came from. There we go. Put that there, and we'll put this here. All right, so I think the first one we're going to do is the rose quartz with the plant on it. The second one, I'm going to do the Lapis Lazuli. The third one, I'm actually going to do the Selenite. The fourth one, we're going to do the orange Calcite. And then the fifth one will be the green Calcite. Okay, so we put those right over there. So, rose quartz, love, invigorating love. When the plant's on here, I really feel like this is a growing love, a growing situation, pulling more into it. I really like that with that. And your answer, let's see, your answer for when will this finish? 9 of Pentacles and self-worth. And then this last one at the bottom says, not cracked up to what you thought it was. So, this is going to actually end when you decide it's over. In the sense of, like, whatever situation you're dealing with, I feel like it's perpetuating. And they're saying if you want this to end, you're going to have to make that actual choice and start ending it. Don't wait for somebody else to do it for you. Even if it's a job situation and you're kind of like, how much longer is this going to last? I feel like what they're saying is you're going to have to make, you know, that strong push forward, whether it's to, like, start looking for another job or start getting out there, disconnecting from the one you're doing. They're saying the 9 of Pentacles with the self-worth, you have to decide what you're worth, and you've got to decide it's time for you to really look at the situation. If you want it to end, it's time for you to end it. On the reverse side, if you don't want this situation to end, you're going to have to take the lead, and you're going to have to take control of it and make it what you want it to be. So when is this going to finish? They're saying it's in your control. This is up to your free will. It's actually waiting for you to make the decision. I'm getting kind of a soul growth thing here. It's just going to continue to linger on is what I'm getting. If you just let it keep going the way it is, it's just going to keep lingering on. You have to make that decision. You have to be in the power position, decide what you want. See all this around this person? That's them deciding what they want. They're in control here. They're like, these are all the things that I've accumulated here. This is what I want. And if you're done with the situation and you want to move on from it, it's up to you to make that decision. If you want the situation to return to this where it feels like this again, it's up to you to make that decision to bring it back to where it was. Growing love is what I'm getting here, especially with the plant on it. I'm actually getting, they're saying, decide what you want and make it happen. And just start going towards it. If you want it to end, it will end. If you want it to continue to go, you have the power to make that happen too. Are we good? I think that's good. All right, again, if you would like, if I could just put that down there, I don't know if you can see it. It's airfriend.etsy.com if you want one of these stones. I don't know the person, by the way, but I know that's where it came from. All right, let's put this to the side. So that's number one. That one's done. We're just going to put those to the side here and put that up there. The second one we're going to do is Lapis Lazuli, which is communication usually. And because there's a ring around it, people say it's a wish stone, luck stone. Almost ready. And complicated, High Priestess of Earth, and the Page of Wands. Now this is the way it's coming out. So they're saying it's almost there, but it's going to take some sorting out to do. So when is this going to finish? It's got to be sorted out. It's got to be sorted out, and I feel like there's a lot here that's already stabilized. So if there's certain things you see in front of you, I almost feel like when they're saying the Earth is telling me this is going to drag out for a while longer. And what you got to do is you got to keep your sights open to just move forward and start moving out of it when you're ready to move out of it. There's a lot going on here. I feel like there's a lot of people involved here with the complicated. It doesn't feel like there's just one person involved for most of you. So I feel like what they're saying is it's going to be a while. It's almost ready to get to the point where you get to decide what you need to do to get out of it. Because I feel like for those of you going towards this, it's basically saying it's time for you to make that decision to get out. You're gonna when the moment comes forward, like this stone is touching this card, the almost ready is touching this card. It's almost to the point where you're going to get your opportunity to move on. But you got to let things sort out a little farther. You have to let things get a little bit more clear about what's really happening here. Once you see what needs to be done, for example, like if you want to move into this house, for example, and you're like, well, we barely got the basement dug. You got to wait for things to come into line. There's going to be a part coming forward, though, where you're going to be able to make decisions. And you're going to have to watch and just automatically start making decisions. It's almost like you know what you want. It's the Page of Wands is telling me you know what you want. It's just taking action when you're there and getting that communication going to keep things going. But there's a lot more things going through here. I do feel like this is going to be drawn out. I don't feel like this is going to be... Whatever your question is, I don't feel like it's going to be resolved this year. But I do feel like halfway through this year, whatever you're looking at, that's when you're going to get the opportunity to actually keep things going and to actively move forward. I don't feel like it's going to be this year that this will finish. So for some of you, I feel like there's a specific question you're asking, and they're saying, not this year, but you're almost to the spot where you're going to be able to push it forward a little bit more energetically and get it going and keep it moving forward. You might have resolution next year, not this year, but you need to, when this comes forward, take advantage of that and push it forward. You could have resolution next year, but not this year. So I feel like for those of you who chose this, you know exactly what that means and what it's trying to tell you. But you're going to have to actively push it forward. They're also saying, I feel like for those of you who chose this, because I want to move on from it, but I got one last thing here. If you want resolution next year, you're going to have to actively push it forward. Like when your opportunity comes forward, push it forward so that next year you will have resolution. If you don't take advantage of this and push it forward, you may actually end up waiting a couple years. You could have resolution next year, is what I'm getting, but you're going to have to actively communicate and take advantage of this and move it forward. Almost ready is just telling me this year is going to be one of those years where it's just almost there but not quite making it. So you could have resolution next year, but you're going to have to actively push it forward. Otherwise, you could end up a few years out before this is actually done. All right, I think we're good with that. Let's pick these up and move these over here. So that was the Lapis Lazuli. The next one is the Selenite, which I love that rock. I really do. So I feel like this is like, when I feel this rock, it's kind of like, it's not about what you want, it's just like what's best for the situation. Which, you know, very subjective, of course. Let's see what we got here with this. Just get out and go. Okay. Wishing and Seven of Pentacles. Wishing and wanting something. Like you want something. You're waiting for it. Like it just seems like it's not ready. It's not ready. It's not ready. It's not ready. But you're wishing it was. You're wishing you were done. They're saying just do it. This is another one like the first one, I feel. The Rose Quartz. Where it's just saying just do it. Just get out and go. That's what they're saying. They're like, this is the best for this situation. There's not going to be a right time is what I'm getting with this. They're saying just do it. You're constantly waiting for the right, circumstances? Wishing and wanting and waiting and feeling like it's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. Oh, it's not right. I can't do that. It's not right to do this yet. It's not the good time. It's not good for everybody. They're saying it never will be. Just make your decision and do it, is what they're saying. If you want this to finish, if you want this to be done, then you need to just step up, say this is my decision, and just do it. Just do it. And I feel like that's what they're saying, is that's what's going to take it for this situation to end. This is what's going to finally get this to finish off. You're going to have to step forward and say, I'm sick of waiting. I'm making the decision. I have the power to do this, and I'm just going to do it. Anything else with this? I think we're good. All right. These are really simple and a lot quicker than I thought they were going to be. Very, very quick, which is fine. So I guess the answers are simple enough. There you go. All right, now you got the orange calcite, which I want to say balance, emotional balance, happiness, cleansing the sacral chakra. Okay, I wrote that one down, or I have a paper with it. There's a lot of cards with this. So when is this going to finish? And I feel like you're looking for that happy ending. Find another way. So maybe this doesn't, I don't know. Let's see. Find another way. Let's see what we have with all these cards. I feel like you got two options here. So the Three of Pentacles is that's effort, that's work, that's putting work into something. And then you got let go. So you have two choices here. Either work to finish this off, work towards finishing this off. Then you got this other, you got two here, the Eight of Cups reversed and the Moon reversed. And then these two cards are saying, looking at it for the bare bone facts, like what is actually there, and do you really want this to end? Do you really want to? So it feels like this is what you're between, like either working to get out of it or just accepting it and like looking at the bare bone facts and like, do I really want to? And I feel like for a lot of you, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, kind of like looking at it in the sense of like, I see it for what it is. And do I really want to walk away from it? Or do I want to work to actually let go? No, do I really want to work to keep it? I know it says let go, but I'm feeling something different here. Letting go of it finishing. Do you really want this to finish is what I'm really coming to. I'm almost feeling like you really don't want this to end. And finding another way is making me feel like the best outcome is to find a different way and to not finish this off, just to keep it going and to stay involved with this. I almost feel like there's somebody definitely who's connected to the job, and they're saying that this isn't really something you want to walk away from. You need to look at the cold, hard facts of like what you get from this situation and what you have around you right now. I'm not usually a proponent of that, but they're seeming to say that maybe this is better to like let go of the thought of moving on and just to dig into the situation, to invest a little deeper with the Three of Pentacles. That's actually where I'm feeling this going. And I think I'm going to connect a little deeper with this because I actually feel like there's more to this situation than meets the eye, and this can get a lot better. It's just feeling like you're not really happy with it and you're not really seeing the value of it right now. They're saying instead of it finishing off, don't do that. Look at the cold hard facts of what you're dealing with. See the truth of the matter and that you really don't want to walk away from this. Delve a little deeper, put more work into it, and stop looking to let go. I feel like stop looking to let go and just invest in it deeper. That's what I'm feeling. That's the answer for this. That's an interesting one. It's not what I expected that to do, but I think we're done with that. All right. These are going really quick. I'm still kind of shocked how fast they are, but that's fine. So let's push this over to the side. And we have one last one. We got green calcite. All right. For those of you, two more times. Okay. And that's all reversed. No, it stays reversed. They're saying keep it reversed. Two more times around, and there's more focus needed. I feel like they're saying the situation is not ready to come to completion yet. There's more that needs to be done. I feel like something's just not in focus, not where it should be. Something isn't quite right. They're saying two more times is almost like, for some of you, it's two more people I feel like need to come in. There's lack of direction here, lack of knowing what to do. It's almost like there's certain things that need to come together and there's other components that need to come in that haven't come in yet. The situation is not ready to end. There's a couple more things that have to come in yet. I don't feel like the end is in sight right now. More has to be done. And they're saying when these other components come in, it'll make more sense. But this is literally not going to start, or not going to start shutting down or finishing until these other couple components come in. It's got more to go through. There's more to be done here. When it says 2 more times, it could be 2 more people, just to be fair. But they're saying it's not at a point of ending. It's at a point to where more has to be done, more has to be figured out. There's lack of direction, lack of confidence. I understand the confidence reverses lack of confidence, but there's something else with that. It's almost like not knowing what's really going on. And more is about to come forward. More people, more situations, more information is going to come forward. When that more information comes forward, it'll be clearer about what has to happen next. But I'm not feeling a finish with this. I'm just not feeling it finishing. So if you chose this, they're like, it's not near it yet. You got more information coming in, more things have to happen. The end is not in sight. Is there anything else with this? I think we're good. All right. I'm going to wrap this up here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, go ahead and shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.